Hey guitar geeks, Guitar Guts back. Today I'm going to show you how to speed up your string changes on guitars that are equipped with locking tremolos. If you've ever tried to change the strings with locking tremolos before, you know what a hassle it is to try to get the strings back into tune. The tremolo floats, and when you take the strings off, it kicks backwards down into the cavity. And when you're trying to string back up, and you begin tuning with the low E string, and you tune all the way down to the high E string, and then come back to the low E string again to check it, it's still way out of tune, and you have to go through this process again and again and again all the way across the strings before you get it back in tune. There's a way to prevent that speeds things up greatly, and it will keep your tremolo from dropping down into the cavity and risking falling off the post that's attached to right here. Sometimes that can come out of alignment there, and you get your guitar back together and the string height's not right, and you know something's going wrong, but you can't figure out what it is, and that's what it was. The little knife edge has fallen off the post, and it's not in the groove it should be in. So this will prevent that as well. And this also takes very little equipment. All you're going to need is a pink eraser from grade school, and that's it, other than the tools that you would normally need to change strings. Before you take the strings off, the old strings, all you got to do with your pink eraser, push down on the tremolo bar to kick the back of the tremolo up, insert the pink eraser, and it can really be anything. It doesn't have to be that. I've just found that these are perfect size, and they're soft, so they're not going to mar your finish. They're not going to mar your the metal on your tremolo. Not going to hurt anything, and the thickness is about right on them. And they're, you can get 5 for $1 at Walmart or somewhere. Push down on your tremolo, insert the rubber eraser down under the tremolo, and then just let it sit back down. It should be kicked up just a hair more than usual right here. It depends on the tremolo, but mine's usually kicked up a little bit more than usual. You can then proceed to remove the strings, put new strings back on, tighten them down, and then before you take the rubber eraser out, you tune back up, but not to pitch. And this is the other trick that you've got to use when you do this. When you're tuning back up, instead of tuning back up to pitch, you tune up to double flat. And what I'm saying here is you're tuning up 2 steps down from what you would normally be at. Like if you're in standard, you'll tune up 2 steps down from that, double flat. And what's great about having one of these cheap little tuners is they will usually do that for you. There's usually a button like this one right here, labeled flat, and if you punch it once, little flat notation will show up right here, and that's telling you that you're tuning up 1 step down. If you press it again, you can tune up 2 steps down, and some of them will allow you to press it 3 and 4 times to tune up 4 and 5 steps down if you want to. Normally, when I'm tuning my Ibanez guitars back up, double flat is what you need to tune to. Now, you're not going to leave it that way. You're going to get it back to your standard tuning. But because the eraser has the tremolo kicked up a little bit, if you tune back to standard and then take that eraser out, your string is going to be too tight. And not only does that require you to loosen it back up to retune, but it could break a string. So you're tuning up to double flat, and then you're going to take the eraser out, let it set back down, and then you'll tune it back to pitch. And it should be fairly close. With double flat tuning, once you take that eraser out, it should be pretty close. It's not going to be spot on, but it'll be really close. Now, some of my other guitars, including a Jackson, I have to do triple flat to get it back to really close to being in tune when I take that eraser out. So you've just got to experiment around and find out what works for you. You might try triple flat first, see if it works this time. Next time you change your strings, try double flat if it wasn't enough. Well, that's my tip. That'll greatly speed up your string changes. You won't have to worry about your tremolo falling off the posts, and it'll save you tuning and retuning over and over and over again trying to get that locking tuner back in tune. Hope that helps. Hope that leads to some more enjoyment, and it'll certainly get you back to playing a whole lot faster than doing it without that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.